But you did say that history will never accept Donald Trump as a legitimate president, and the Republicans are making quite a big issue out of that. What is your response?
My view of the situation has been pretty clear. I supported the certification of Donald Trump's election. I attended his inauguration. I will never hesitate in criticizing the former president. The American people deserve to know whether Donald Trump is either A, a legitimate president, B, a Russian asset, C, the functional equivalent of an organized crime boss, or D, just a useful idiot who happens to have been victimized by the greatest collection of coincidences. Seems to me that there's a cloud of illegitimacy that continues to hang over 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and that patriotic Americans have a responsibility to try to figure out what the heck happened in terms of the malignant tumor that seemed to have been embedded in that 2016 campaign. What did the president know?
Regular order.
When did he know it?
Regular order.
And how do we prevent this type of malignant activity from happening again? And many of us are wondering, why were so many people who worship at the altar of white supremacy drawn to Donald Trump's campaign? What was it about this individual that so many folks dripping in hatred flocked to his candidacy? That's not to say that every American who voted for Donald Trump is a racist. We do know that every racist in America voted for Donald Trump. That's a problem. And so again, I just asked the question in closing, is this all a big coincidence? So we're asking the question, and we'll continue to ask it, what happened to the modern day Republican Party? Was it the election that took place in 2008? Did that disturb you? Did that throw you off? Were you confused by that? Still trying to figure out how it occurred? What happened to the modern day Republican Party that you've abandoned your own principles? Principles that Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Ronald Reagan, and George W. Bush espoused, and that 16 of you voted to authorize in 2006. What happened to the modern day Republican Party? It's a cult right now. Is it because the cult leader has told you to oppose?
Representative Ilhan Omar said it in an interview with Washington Post. She referred to Trump rallies as being Klan rallies. Do you agree with the Congresswoman?
Well, I don't know the context within which she has made those remarks, but we do know that many of Donald Trump's rallies have resulted in violence. Hatred has been spewed by none other than the president himself. I personally have often referred to his rallies as Make America Hate Again rallies. I can't comment on Ilhan's remarks. I've got great respect for Ilhan, but I don't know the context in which those were said.
We had these protests here in Washington, D.C. this weekend. Some of them turned violent. As you know, there were some on your side who were very critical of the president, asking to condemn Proud Boys, some of those right-wing groups. Have Democrats been silent? Should President-elect Biden be doing more to condemn some of the left-wing violence and extremists there?
I think Vice President-elect has done a tremendous job during the campaign to make it clear. We condemn all forms of violence, no matter where it originates. The problem that we confront is that the hater-in-chief has not done that. He plays footsie with white supremacists, with the Proud Boys, the Boogaloo Boys, the Good Old Boys, the Jim Crow Boys, and the out-of-control boys all the time. And to draw a clear contrast with extreme MAGA Republicans who are out of control, don't believe in reproductive freedom, don't believe in Social Security, don't believe, in many cases, in democracy.